think we're live. Fun. Welcome everyone to the work stream. You know how this goes. This is just me getting some work done. Thought I'd do it while live streaming. So, let's break down what we're doing today. We are working on a game. It's not a complex or like big game. We're working on just a little tower defense game right here. Just the Unity tower defense template. Basically, we got 3 buttons here. Got an options menu, level select, potato tomato. Like, you get it. So just simple gameplay. Like, let's go to level 5 here. If it ever decides to load. There we go. Whoa, okay, what am I looking at? Okay, I assume maybe they go through here and here. Alright. Honestly, I have no idea what we're doing, so I'm gonna just start placing stuff. Let's just go with that for now. Guess what I thought, they're all coming from here. Yep, makes sense. Yep. Let's get some at the front here, try and front load the damage. I see. That's kind of bad. Alright, so we get the gist of it. Basically, it's that, but for the entire game. So we're working on creating the music for this. And making it interactive, responsive to gameplay and whatnot. So we have a few ideas that we're going with. We're currently working on a title screen right now. And this is all that we've got. So yeah, that's all we've gotten so far. It's time to work on it. And the more I listen to this, the more I'm thinking we need drums. So we're going to go ahead and get those up first. I'm going. Let's get a note on here just to start everything. effect on the whole thing, but we'll see. We'll play around with that. Hang on, I'm getting a little distracted by the bells and whistles. Let's just start with the bass and snare. That's what I want to do. Okay. Try that maybe again? Let me hear it. Okay. I can see that working. Alright, now it's time to bring back in the bells and whistles. Where did my batteries... There it is. Okay, I'm gonna bring this down here so I can see it. Oh, that's why. Because my timing's off. I'm liking that beat. It's got a nice rhythm to it. Let's try that. I like that. It's got a cool pattern to it. Alright, now time for something cooler. Let's try a delay on this. I like a dotted eighth. Yeah. I like that. It's simple. It's nice. And then I want to go ahead and put a reverb on that to sort of match with everything else. I'm liking this. That's pretty sick. Hmm. Let me hear this as an idea again. Okay. So I'm running into an interesting issue here of the music not necessarily aligning with my vision for the game. Alright, time to rethink this. I think we should probably take a step back for a second. Where is it? I lost it. Oh no, it should be this one. I'm gonna be messing with an old track that I think could work well here. This will be the in-game music. This is an old track that's already been published. It's I think it's called City of Neon. Yeah, originally I think I made this for trailer music. Why are you distorted? You don't need to be distorted. Yeah, there's something off here. I gotta go find it. You. I'm not a fan of that. That's gone. I'm thinking... So we have a few conditions that need to get met for this project. We have to have... Or the way that I'm setting... Sorry. The way that I'm setting this music up is... we have main menu music, which we're currently working on. We have main gameplay music. And then we have pause menu music, which is just a stripped back version of what we're working on right now. Or alternatively, the main menu music. Haven't decided yet. What needs to happen right now, though, is we're going to need a stinger to let the player know when the game starts. I'm thinking we'll just take this. This will be the stinger for when the wave starts. I'm I'm thinking it'll fit. Maybe if we need to have a musical element in there. Simple. Really quick, really simple, something that works. For main, like, I think for idle music, we're gonna have this going. Just this loop, like this 4-bar loop. Just constantly of like background music for like when you're in the middle of the game. So when you're playing the level, right here, for example, let's say we're gonna loop this 4 bars. As you get ready for the level. And then maybe we'll put some like melodic elements on top of it, but I'll have to see. It's all about just like playing the music and trying to figure out how it's going to slide in and out of itself. And then let's say we hit start wave. And then we go into the main part of the track. So you see the idea here. There's an idea that we're starting to form here, and I think it'll be really cool when we actually get it to work and when we're getting it in-game. It's a lot of, here's how I can show you how this works, a lot of manual stuff, but then once we get it in-game, it'll all be automatic. It'll all be like set on like certain conditions, so that'll be fun. But for now, I want to sort of reference this track a little, but I don't want to lean too heavily into it, because I think this is fine where it is. And then once you finish the level, I think we'll go ahead and we'll do this. Something simple, something just to go on top. That can really slide anywhere, which I'm really happy with. I think one thing I'm really happy about this track is that it has the ability to modulate itself, and like you can extend or shrink any part the way you want it to. I think, hang on, let me take a look here. I think I might already have all these stingers. Because I think I tried this before, but didn't have the knowledge to. So now I want to go back and I wanted to try this one more time. Let's take a look. Y stems, is this it? Yeah, I think this is it. So we already got everything exported from this track in particular. Which is very handy. I think this is the transition. Okay, so I see a bit of a problem here. It's, we don't have any tails. So it's going to sound really weird trying to get it through Pro Tools. Or, not through Pro Tools. It's going to sound really weird trying to get through Wise if there's, like, no tails on it. Yeah, alright, so all these stems are pretty much useless. As much as... I think some of them might be good. That one might be fine, I think. Maybe. I don't know. I I think those also might need a re-export. Oh yeah, that one's definitely gonna need a re-export as well. Also needs a re-export. I don't know why I thought these stems were good. I guess maybe because I didn't know what I was looking for when it came to stem work and figuring out how to properly disassemble music. But hey, at least it's cool to see a song disassembled or a track disassembled. Rarely do you get to see that, because it's only done the way you want it. It's only heard the way the composer wants it to. Hey, what's up, Schmoll? Welcome on in. How's it going? We're currently working on a game. Let's go back to the title screen because we were working on that. Not bad, not bad. Wicked. Yeah, it's for finals. I got to make interactive music, so we're trying to create music that can be very dynamic, pretty much stretch and contort it any way we want it to. Yeah, right now we're currently just working on title screen music. Yeah, I'm not a fan of the piano, really. I think the piano needs to get swapped out for something a bit more synthy. Let's try it. Let's see what we got. Something that is not as beautiful as this. Or go the other way, harp or something. Ooh. Hang on, we could try harp. Let's give that a try. Let's go to contact. Womp womp womp. Did I select contact? Okay, I did. Alright, let's get the harp in. Let's see if that'll do something. Nah, it's not doing it for me. A Bode vibraphone. That's an interesting one. Let's see if I got a Omnisphere patch for it. Yeah, let's take a look. I'm just gonna search up vibraphone. Doesn't look like it. Let's see what else we got in terms of like Bode instruments though. Interesting. Okay. I think what we can do is we can just start auditioning instruments. So let's do that. Wow, Bode acoustic guitar evil note. Bode acoustic guitar plus evil. Where's Buster? Get this guy in here. Part of me wants to know what the guitar evil note sounds like. Yeah, it's about what I expected. That's so funny. It's been so long since I've worked in synth compositionally. It's my main fort. It's my main wheelhouse, I'd say. A lot of my music is based around synths, and I think only recently I've started like shifting away and going to more orchestral stuff. But I really love working with synths. I miss it. I miss doing stuff like this. Just getting to like hear some wacky sounds and try and get them to sound good together. It's great. I probably want. Let's go back to Let me see what we got. Bowels of Eternal Damnation. That sounds pleasant. Oh, yeah. Oh, it sounds absolutely fantastic. I think I want more of a lead. So let's see what we got in terms of leads. Interesting. I love how we're just creating something new right now. No, you're not gonna work? Okay. Okay. I kind of like that though. I think that sounds pretty cool. Although I think Maybe what we should do is we should add like a harmony to it. Let's try that maybe? I think if I wanted to add a harmony like that, I would just write it in. I'm pretty happy with that. Okay, in terms of structure, how should this go? I'm liking it. Would take a little high end off for my taste. Yeah, I was sort of thinking the same thing actually. Let me hear that again. Yeah, I think that's fitting our game a little better. Yeah, I'm liking that. I don't know if I want this here though. I think I might get rid of this. Yeah. Could always add it back in later. Perks of a four chord loop. Exactly. I'm thinking just something easy for this project. Not writing a whole new symphony. Not doing like this whole big grand thing. I'm just because this is mainly like a tech demonstration. It's more than it is like a musical demonstration. So I'm just looking for something simple, something that I enjoy writing. Maybe something that's like a little too off the nose to be in a project right now. I think I need more. Right? Give me a second. I do want to find like maybe an arpeggiation if that's possible. Let's see what we can find. Let's see what we can play with. Let's just start again auditioning stuff. Let's see how that goes. Interesting. What else I got? Anything else that really sticks out to me? I don't think so. Yeah, that's a no. What's it doing? Hang on, I want to see exactly what is happening here. Is it this? Is it cut off doing that? Yeah, it's the cutoff. Interesting. It's like inverse of itself. Huh. Interesting. Yeah. Interesting. That's funky. It is funky. I like it. I don't think it fits, though. Okay. Whoa, hang on. Let's try different. Like a voice box thing on guitar? Would be interesting. I kind of liking this pattern, though. Maybe I'll try it with a different sound, though. I'm liking that. Strong beats, I would say... I'd say it shifts. Yeah, the strong beats I think would shift because it goes from being 4/4 to syncopated. Make your own art pattern based off that. I mean, I think the art pattern that I'm using is custom made. Yeah, I think I made this because it's not under any effects here. Question is, though, how would it line up with the bass line, which already itself has... Okay. I'm liking this. This actually is really fun. That's a really fun arpeggiation pattern. What is it? Let me hear the sound, like, on its own. I think just the addition of, like, the delay pattern gives it a really good groove. Yeah, I think I'm chasing this. Yeah, okay. I'm taking away the low end of the pad, the chords. It allows the bass to sort of fit comfortably at the bottom, giving it a little bit of breathing room. I'm liking this. I think we got a lot of good elements here. I want to start making a... I want to start formatting this, since we got a couple instruments here that I want to keep using. Yeah, I think I want like a harmony line in there. I'm not sure what I want to put it on, but I know I want like something that's like sort of on the higher end. I sing to make new lines too. Yeah, it's something that I do as I'm actively hearing the music. I'll start like hearing, and I'll like hum it to myself. That way I can like start visualizing it with the mix. Or alternatively, I'll start plucking it out on the piano, but I much prefer singing it because I'm a lot more accurate with my pitches um, when singing. Let's try that, actually. I want to find something that we can, like, put here. Something like that? I don't know. Let's give it a try. Just to at least, like, get something down. Something like that. It's like a counter melody slash harmony-ish. I'm gonna mute that for now. I'm not entirely sure what I want. Give me that back. Once again, I think we should probably just start auditioning instruments. Let's do a sound match on this one in particular. I want something that's like a... Having a tie around the edge of the loop is nice too, with the leading tone. Yeah. Making it sound like it comes back full circle is nice. To sit more on the back of the mix, so we're probably going to give it reverb, maybe take down at a high end, even though it is a high end instrument. With a vocoder is what I'm feeling, but that's a lot of effort. You know, I could see that, but unfortunately I don't have a vocoder right now. I've got one literally sitting on my Google Chrome tab. I'm looking at getting Vocal Synth 2 by iZotope. I have it just sitting here, waiting for when I'm ready to buy it. It's just constantly sitting on an open tab. But I want a vocoder because my friend uses vocoders, and it's awesome when she does it. Because she'll make these like really nice chords, and then just the digital tone of the voice, digitizing it. Love it. Absolutely love it. Start putting it through a talk box. I just want to see what happens. No, I'm not liking that. I do want to put some reverb on it. Joe's the gay nerd. What's up, bug? Why are you talking about yourself in the third person? It's a good compressor here. Yeah, okay. Okay, so they are about the same thing. I think we really only need one of those. So we're good to... I'm raising the volume just a tiny bit in order to hear it. Okay, let's go back from measure 10. The sound bank has not been generated. You cannot physically generate a sound bank that doesn't exist. Okay, that's cool. I'm really liking it. Welcome on in, Amber Learner. How are you doing today? Okay, I wish you would stop doing whatever you're doing right now, because that's annoying. We'll keep that on mute so it doesn't pop. There we go. We're gonna need a transition piece though, and I want to sort of up the drums in this section. I gotta figure out how I'm gonna do that though. So I'm gonna move this over here so I know which one I'm working with. Alright, let me take this down. We're just gonna literally double everything up. Pretty much. Make it like twice as energetic. Let's try that. These should really come up. I feel like maybe we should just add like subtle like pickups. I'm liking the sound of that. Not that though. That needs to change. Where's that? I really think just adding that in does a decent bit, so we're gonna do that. Okay, but there are dead spots that we need to fill, like right here. Okay, let's try that now. I think I'm probably gonna replace this last snap with something else. What have we got? Maybe a clap? Maybe that? Yeah, okay, I'm liking that a little bit better. One more. Don't do that. Okay, let's hear this in context to everything. I feel like I want a little something after that clap, since we don't have anything. Maybe that? Maybe just a little snare hit. I think that'll work. Yeah, okay, that's cool. I'm liking that. Let's try this now. I'm liking that. I'm actually really liking how this track's turning out. Hang on, I want to try it on a different instrument. Something just came to mind. I want to test it. Because I think I have an instrument that sounds a little better. Just a tiny bit. If I could fucking spell, that'd be great. Let me try this. Let's see how this sounds. Okay, yeah, no, I think I'm liking that a little better. What if we get them both together? Now take the back, I like the first one better. That's why I wasn't liking it, because it was an octave lower than where I wanted it. There we go. we still got one more chord after that. That's supposed to go over there. Like that, maybe? No, I'd say maybe that goes right there. Goes right here, like that, maybe? Alright, let's try that. Yeah. I'm liking that. That's pretty awesome. And by that point, we'll bring back in the main melody. Alright. For a tower defense game, huh? Based on fighting viruses or something? I'm not entirely... Okay, so what we're doing right now is we're working on a... we're working based off of the Unity tower defense template. So... let's take a look very quickly. I think it's just like a very generic like tower defense game. I want to make this very clear. I did not create the game. I am using it for I'm using it for school. So this is one of my finals that I'm working on. Basically, my main goal is to create all the what's it called? All the music for the game. So yeah, it's very, very generic sci-fi type of gameplay. Reminds me of Astroneer if you played it. Yeah, I can see why. It's a little poly aesthetic. Mixed with like the neon. Oh, yeah, welcome into the Demon Eclipse. How you doing today? So yeah, it's just stuff like this that that we're working towards right now. We've got, I would say, 90% of the main game music composed right now. We got to go back and fix it because the current version was not designed for a full game like this, and I want to make sure that we get it to a place where it can be. But for now, what we're working on is we're working on tile screen music. So let's hear this again. Actually, I wasn't done with the end. Let me finish the end first, and then we'll go back and listen to it. Alright, let's hear this from the beginning, because I think we're just about done with this. Something simple, fun to make. musical style vaguely reminds me of another tower defense game, Infinitode. Huh, interesting. I don't think I've heard of it. I'll take a look at that in a second. I'm good, just finished working on my car. About to do a case report and need something to listen to while I got hit with an ad break. Oh, I'm so sorry about the ad break. Yeah, thanks for tuning in. I'm interested to hear about what you need to do a case report specifically for. Sounds interesting to do a case report on a car. I need something for this segment. I gotta figure out what it is, though. Oh, that's awesome. I'm really liking how this is flowing. That is so cool. I love how this sounds. This actually came out really nice. So I'm taking ethics in engineering. And the case report is how should we think about ethical decision making for autonomous vehicles. Oh, interesting. Okay. So it's like the case of, like, if you were to slam on the brakes, or I guess in this case it would be, would you, like, if someone was crossing the street in a city, like let's say next to a restaurant, and he didn't have time to brake, like should the car hit the person who's crossing the street, or should it veer off into like the side where people are sitting down eating at the restaurant? I guess is how I interpret that. I don't know if that's correct. Basically, like, would exactly. Okay, cool. All right. I think I have heard of case reports like that, but I haven't actually like dove in too deep into them. Yeah, I think something needs to go here. In this space. I also think I might want a second base. Let's try... If I can spell correctly, that'd be fantastic. There you go, bursting. So I want to try to see if I can get this to be like somewhat silent. Pretty much what the idea is that Wood should take the blame. The programmer, the system, or the one driving the vehicle, as by law you should be in control of your vehicle, even if it has some level of autonomy. That is an interesting dilemma to figure out who to put the blame on. Sorry, multitasking. No worries, no worries. Try taking this up the octave, maybe? think in all honesty, the answer to that question might just be it has to be a case-by-case basis. I think the most likely it should be the driver's fault. Because obviously a driver should... I mean, if we think about it, it's a privilege to drive. So, it's... like, it's not a right. You don't have the right to drive. So with that privilege comes the responsibility of being alert and being there to take control of a fully autonomous vehicle if needed. I made a paper, a debate topic, discussing the transitional period between fully automatic cars and manual. And the reports I found stated that the accident reports are going to go up dramatically once we like fully start allowing full auto cars to drive. Like, we're going to have such a horrendous period for the insurance companies. Does it sound different? Let's try that. Let's see if that'll help the transition. Okay, yeah, that's helping. I was searching for a sample in the wrong place. I started typing in knocking. But it actually didn't... There we go. It's right there. It sounds really distorted. What happened to the sample? Weird. Maybe because it's just... There we go. I think that fixed it. I might switch this out actually with a reverse symbol. Let's try that. Give it a bit of reverb. Turn it down. Something like that. I think that'll work better than a timpani roll. That's interesting. I never thought of that, but it does make sense, as you do need some level of awareness to drive a manual car versus an auto car. Then again, manual cars are just a joy to drive if you know how to drive them right without burning the clutch. Exactly. Yeah. I wish I knew how to drive a manual. Unfortunately, I don't think there's a whole lot of ways to get a hold of a manual car where I am. If you think about it really hard, cars are actually weapons, but we're able to sit in it. How we're supposed to damage with it by ramming into things? Yeah, I think that was sort of my philosophy when I was learning to get my driver's license. I was kind of scared because, I mean, you're sitting behind the wheel controlling what, a couple thousand pounds of steel going really fast with the capability to cause lots of destruction if you're not careful. I think we sort of forget that, and we don't take that into consideration when we're driving every day. Like, cars are convenient, but that's a double-edged sword that we're driving. I don't know. That's my 2 cents on it. I'm not like the most well versed in this topic, so I'm definitely not an expert. But I think just from someone who does drive and who does know the risks, like, we gotta take that into consideration. Well, that's what makes it fun. Exactly. Like, it's fun to drive a car, but you also got to keep in mind that it's not that, like, a car can be dangerous, whether you're the one driving or you're the one near a moving car. Like, all right, let's. I still need something for this section right here. Maybe another arpeggiation? Maybe? I don't know. Let's say we take the chords here. I'm not liking how that's sounding. Interesting. Okay, hang on. Let's back up a second. Interesting. Okay. Yeah. I don't think I'm. I don't think I'm liking what I'm doing with that. I'm trying to apply the same effect that I use for what is it? Message from Deep Space, but I don't think it's working. I'm gonna be honest with you. Once you look at all the factors of different vehicles in terms of what is dangerous and the countermeasures used to try and levy certain actions, you just forget about it. I mean, a plane is a flying brick with wings that has enough force to rifle a 100-pound bomb. Also, nice jam you got going on. Thank you, thank you. I mean, it is true. Like, yeah, like methods of transportation are incredibly dangerous when put in the wrong hands. But yeah, there are. I will not lie. The countermeasures exist for a reason. I mean, we unfortunately have had to have accidents happen that make the countermeasures reasonable. I don't know. There's so much like nitpicking that can like go into like behind this. Ooh, hang on. Let's try this. I think we found it. Okay, now I think it's time for a full listen through from the beginning, just one more time. I think this is it. I think this is the final version of the track. Well, yeah, I'll say the final version of the track as it's going into the game. I'm not gonna be worried about like mixing and mastering to like the fullest extent. I'll do that for the Sound of Games when we're getting ready for that release. Yeah, I can definitely see this being in the movie. Welcome on in, Apple. How are you doing? Doing good. Finally got my work done for the week. Starts all over again tomorrow, so not much of a break. I get that. I really get that. We're working on finals right now. I'm actually feeling pretty good. Definitely a lot better than previous days. Like every single day, I just get a little bit better. Man, that is awesome. I'm really pleased with how this track turned out. This is a really great title track. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know what I was expecting when I started the stream up. We only had like maybe this much done. Yeah, that's about right. We only have like this, this, and this. So like 3 instruments maybe. Um, and in like an hour and 40 minutes, we knocked out like a whole title screen track, which is awesome. I'm really happy with how this breakdown, with how this middle section sounds. I think this arpeggiation's a really good pattern, mixed with the drums. This is like the perfect little thing that we need on top. It fits so well. I really like how it sounds. Thank you. Hang on, does that sound better? Let me take a listen. Yeah, that's awesome. The last bit reminds me of the Outer Wilds OST, which in particular, like this instrument right here. Oh, measure 65 to 80. Oh, the whole thing. Okay. I haven't. I'm a little ashamed to admit I haven't played the Outer Wilds. I've heard it's a really good game, and it's on my list of like games I need to try, but I just haven't had the time or money to invest in some new games. I have a list of games I need to try. It's 301 and 302. Okay, so the melody here. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. I haven't heard the soundtrack of The Outer Wilds, so any resemblance is purely coincidental. I think this is a custom made synth too. We just created it off of something else. Because that's what we spent the first bit of the stream doing. We were playing around with this. There's a compression of energy. Let's pull up the original sample just so we have a reference point. Alright, we can put them side by side. So here's what it sounds like without any modifications. And here's what we got it to sound like today. There's a pretty big difference. Alright, delete. We don't need you. Man, that's cool. That's great. I'm gonna go ahead and export this. Do a quick little automation here. Yeah, that should be good enough. Let's mix. Let me go ahead and this is final, not draft. It's just final main menu music. We need a WAV file and an MP3 just for funsies. Alright, perfect. I listened to everything by a melody and vibe and use that as a comparison, but what you got cooking right now is pretty fire. Oh, thank you. Yeah. Alright, so what we're going to do now is we're going to go back to the... We're going to go back to the in-game music and we're going to start working on that because we need it to be a little bit longer. Maybe give it a bit more variance. Here, I'm going to go ahead and open up an MS Paint thing so I can start showing what we need. Alright, so this is our main game. This is what happens when you start playing the game. We're going to need a few sections lined out here. We're going to call this one just nothing happening. So nothing. Wow, I need to figure out how to write with a mouse. Okay, and I put that here for a reason because this is like one section that's just going to be playing endlessly. We're going to have another section that goes on top of it, and it's going to be a little bit more. We're going to say this is active wave. How does Pirate Software do this? Bruh. Alright, so basically this will have an on and off switch. Meaning that whenever a wave is active, it'll play. Whenever it's not, it'll go back to nothing. So it'll be nothing. Oops, hang on. So this will be on all the time. And then whenever we have action going, it's going to be nothing plus active wave. So it's going to stack on top of each other. Let's go ahead and open this for a second. And then we have a condition for finishing the game, or we'll call it finale. So let's say this is what happens when you start the game, and this is what nothing sounds like. So this is where we are right here. And then, let's say, for example, now we have an active wave going, and this is what it sounds like. So we got a little bit of variation to that. And then let's say there's another active wave or something that's gonna trigger this to go. Say this is a new wave. And let's say now we decide to move into the finale. And now we're back to nothing. So we got a lot of music here that we got to break down to its like core components, and then we got to figure out exactly how we're going to start switching stuff around. So let's hear the track as like in its entirety, and then we'll start like expanding it, and I will sort of break down everything once again in a little bit more comprehension, hopefully. So this is what we're working with. Originally, I think this was designed for a minute-long trailer of a game. I don't want to talk about the game because there's actually some really bad stuff that came out around it. The Grid, yeah, pretty much. It was very Tron inspired. But the game that was I wasn't working on the game originally, but the the track was designed for a trailer that I picked up off of like YouTube, and there's a there's a whole like mess surrounding that game now, and that specifically the developer behind it. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of this. We don't need this anymore. So I think first things first, we gotta break this down into its main components. I'm just gonna start putting markers. So let's say nothing. And then right here, wave start. So every time a new wave starts, you'll hear the... Because I think that'll be a good way to signify when a level start or when a wave is starting. So yeah, this would be the nothing state. And once you click start wave, dung 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 shoom. And then during the main gameplay when stuff is actually happening, what we're gonna do is I forgot the quit button doesn't work. We're going to be cycling through a few different options here. So I guess one thing that we need to do is we need to be able to go back to this specific part. Yeah, everything's pretty much in a 4-bar segment. So that. So we need to be able to split. Actually, I think we could get away with just what we have here. I'm willing to work with that. Alright, let's try it. Let's start breaking stuff down. Okay, let's... When does this end? Yeesh, that's a long... Okay. Alright, bounce mix. I'm going to go ahead and create a new file here specifically for these. I'm just going to call this Tower Defense Stems. Okay. We're going to call this Arona, just for my last name. This is 120 BPM. This is 4 measures long. And there's no pickup, so we'll just call this stem 1. So this is the naming convention that we're going to go with for the entire thing. We need to make sure that we have the time signature, which I forgot to put in, but most of my stuff is 4/4 anyway, so it doesn't matter. Next one we need this. Oh, if you could give me the smart tool, that'd be great. Thank you. Okay. Like right around here, I think. Stem 2. This is 4 measures? Yeah, okay. Yeesh, we're gonna need long tails on this. Holy crap. Okay, should be good. I'm gonna hope that's good. Let's split that up. Get this. Okay, let's try that. Yeah, should be good. Okay, well, don't save session. Bounce mix. Okay, I think the last one should be here, I think? Yeah, okay. Let's do that. Let's mix. Stem 5. Maybe I should have labeled it base. I mean, okay, so I'm probably going to need the project file open anyways to tweak stuff, so I'll know what I'm looking at. Next but not least. Jesus Christ. What? Okay, slow down. Slow down for a second. Okay, honestly, I'm just probably gonna replace it. Like, I'm probably just gonna reuse stem 1, which is fine. I don't see a problem with that. Alright. Okay, that's not nearly as long as I need. You think it's gonna be that much? Nice. Okay. Let's see, bounce mix. This is stem 6. I don't know how we'll trigger that. I might put that in its own, like, container and then say, like, randomly pick it over silence. Like, okay. Next thing what I want is this. I want this 2 measures long. This, this, and this. Should be good. I'm gonna go ahead and turn off the distortion. I don't like it. Alright. I'm gonna go ahead and label this Stinger. Because it's more of a stinger more than anything else. And it also gives us 1 measure, I believe, to go back to the beginning. So no matter where we are, if we're right here, we're going to immediately jump back to here to line up with this. So we gotta figure out how to do that. Since I'm not entirely sure how to do that. Okay, what else do we need? We need this. Perfect. Okay, what number are we on? I lost track. Let me see the stingers. Oh, hang on. Okay. Okay, we're on stem 7. Okay, cool. There we go. Bounce mix. This is stem 8. I probably should have made this stem 7, but I'm a little too lazy. It's fine. What's this? Okay, same thing. This, boy. Cool, only 4 measures of that. Alright, cool. That'll work. What are we on? Stem 9. You, my good friend, are going to be stem 10. boom, boom. And then last but not least, we need that finisher. What did I say were going to be the stingers here? When a wave finishes. So, when we start the game, when a wave finishes, when a weapon is upgraded to max, and when a level is completed. Somewhere around here. Okay, this has got a 2-meter lead up. I'll call the Stinger 2. In here, I'm going to go ahead and put 2 measure. Okay, I think that's everything we need. Alright, how do I want to go about this? We have all of our thingamabobbers. Let's go ahead and let's open this up. Hello, open it. Thank you. Okay, now comes to the fun part. Or I should say the not so fun part. This empty blank document that I gotta somehow... Okay. Connected. What? The wrong project's open. What? Hello? Fresh project? Okay, so if I hit play, are you gonna work now? Even though there's nothing in your... There's nothing here, right? Oh, my mistake. There is some stuff here. This is where we're going to be spending a lot of our time. The interactive music hierarchy. If you're confused about what that is, don't worry. I am too. This will be a fun experiment for all of us. Okay. How to go about this? I think... Okay, give me one quick second. I need to go, like, refill my water and take, like, a quick stand-up break, but I do want to keep working on this. So, give me a quick second. I'm going to go ahead and play some music. Alright, and I'll leave Pro Tools up so people still think we're working on music. Even though we are, it's just not clear off the bat. Alright, give me one second, chat. I will be back. Okay, we're back. Sorry, I went on a little side quest to go get a snack as well. Okay, so we got everything we need. I think. That is a very bold statement, but I'm willing to wager on that. Okay, I think I'm gonna go ahead and leave the music running for a bit while I figure this out, because I think I know what I need to do. Great. Okay, so there's a video that I gotta follow.
So in this video...
Whoa, okay, hang on. I just want to know if I can, like, piece it together without needing to actually, like, hear the video. Oh! I completely forgot. What we need is... We need this. But I want it softer. Actually, okay. I think I know what I need to do. Get back up. I need to steal this arpeggiation pattern. It's... delete that. Actually, hang on. Okay. We're just gonna duplicate this for a second. we are going to mess around with this. Wow. Okay. Sorry, I thought I could keep the music on. It's actually getting really distracting. You know, I wouldn't be mad if we... Hang on. If we just replaced it with this. I think that'd be really funny if we had, like, an equal, like, an opposite for each one. So, like... I don't know how to put it. Like, we have, like, the main bass line, which is, like, really, like, sci-fi punk-esque, and then we have this one, which is just very soft. I think that'll work really well. With what we're trying to do. I'm thinking about it. Yeah, okay, no. I'm gonna go with it before I, like, think about it too much, and I'm just, like, not happy with it. Okay. This. Actually, hang on. Okay, we just need 2 measures. That's good. Alright, this is pause stem. Pause stem 1. And that's important, because we don't want to get this mixed up with the regular stems. These are specifically for, These are specifically for the... What's it called? When we're in pause. This is pause stem 2. Interesting. I like it. I'm a fan. And I think, okay, we're just going to have 3 stems, and it's going to be transferring in and out. And then we'll need... I feel like we should probably do a transition from pause to... From pause to gameplay, and then from gameplay to pause. Something that can, like, signify a transition. What could I do? Sure. Why not? I get 2 measures on the dot. So we'll call this pause stinger 1. I don't think we need more than 1. I think that'll be a good transition. Because the main idea is like, oh, we're going from... It crossfades between. Okay. I'm gonna take a look at this project file again. What are we? Okay, so we do have stuff here. We have a lose condition? Oh, we don't. Okay. Oh, wait. Okay, are we supposed to have, like, stingers for that? Alright, I think, unfortunately, this is where I really don't want to end the stream, but I also know I probably need this video, and it's, like, 16 minutes long. So I cannot, like, have this whole video going because it's... Ugh, man. We were doing so well, too. Man, okay, I really enjoyed this stream. This was a really fun stream. We got a lot done. I want to listen... Okay, I want to listen to that main menu music just one more time. Just one more time. We'll listen to it as we find someone to raid. Alright, let's see who we got that we can raid. We have our good pal Jagger who we can raid. It was Peak? Alright, that's awesome that people think it's Peak. We got a good pal Jagger that we can raid. We've got Allie that we can raid. We've got Faye that we can raid. I don't think we've actually raided Faye before. What are they all doing? Jagger's doing Planet Coaster. I think we'll go ahead and we'll raid Jagger. If you guys haven't seen, the coaster that we were writing music for, last week I think it was? I think it was last week right before I went into surgery. I did it for his coaster. So if you guys want to go check it out, how the coaster sounds with audio, go ahead and check out his stream when we go raid. The Grid, a digital frontier. I tried to picture clusters of information as they moved through the computer. What did it look like? Yeah, I love Tron. Tron Legacy is my favorite movie of all time. It was really good. Love how this sounds. I do too. This is awesome. I would love to have this like uploaded separately. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll publish this to streaming services early. Man, that is awesome. Let me start the raid very quickly while we continue listening to this. I love how soft it starts and ends. I think that's a really nice touch. Alright, well, we are about to go raid Jagger. Thank you all so much for joining me. We will be back tomorrow night for another Music Monday. I'll figure out what we're going to do. It's probably either going to be Broken Mirrors. I've got some stuff that's like going to be very quickly in the works, so I want to make sure I get stuff done. Or it's probably going to be World's Dead Space soundtrack. Deep Space soundtrack. So yeah, make sure to join along for that if you guys are interested.